I'm Vanessa Joy, and I'm going to show you how I light for photos of groups outside. Thanks so much to Squarespace for sponsoring this video. So to start off, we're going to do 2 natural light scenarios, and then we're going to go into using flash. So we'll start easy and work our way up. The first place we're going to shoot is just open shade, full open shade, nice and easy. Ideally, I'm in a place that has a natural reflector, which sort of is happening here because we have some bright white walls and windows and floor. So we're getting a little bit of kickback of light shooting this direction. So that's nice. That's a nice thing. This is my group of girls. We're going to come over here first. So get together really, really close, super close. Love that. All right, so let's get a shot there. Cute. And then everyone look at someone. Nice. And then I'm going to raise my aperture, lower my shutter. Actually, I'm going to keep my shutter up. So all of you guys, you're all going to walk towards me. You can grab someone's elbow. Cute. And then just go ahead and walk towards me. Look at each other. Don't look at me. Going to go from horizontal to vertical. Cute. Just get a whole bunch of shots. So that's pretty easy to do because we're in a shaded area. The light didn't change when they walked and they moved. Now I want to go to a different natural light scenario that's going to just enhance it a little bit more, separate them from the background just a little bit, and give them some rim light. All right, so here we are in the worst position for the photographer, but it's really good for your subjects. So what we are looking for is the same amount of light on our subject's face as there is on the background, but with a little bit of rim light. So you can see the sun is coming from behind and it's hitting their backs. What you have to be careful for in this situation is Lena, go up for a second, is spottiness on the face. So everyone needs to make sure that they cannot feel the sun on their face. So you're going to keep your head down a little bit, and now it's nice even light. They're also against a natural reflector. So this is my ideal spot for them to be in. We've got a natural reflector here kicking back at them, and I'm going to run away because I got the 85 on. I'm going to underexpose this a little bit just because of the highlights. I don't want to totally blow them out. So let's go right about there. Go ahead, look at each other. Nice, get a little different look. Love that. Keep looking at each other while I really run away. Love that. Cute. Awesome. Now we've got like the whole scene. So you can see how separated they are from the background. I'm going to change my exposure slightly. I think everyone will be in focus at 2.5. So you can all look at me. That looks great. Good. So the lighting on them, perfect. Now we're going to go over there where there's spotty light and we can't hide in the shade. In case you haven't already heard about today's video sponsor, Squarespace, let me tell you some of my favorite features. I've used Squarespace for a ton of different websites. My photography website, e-commerce website, selling photography education, and I've even designed my dad's band website. And it's all done in just a few clicks because Squarespace has really wonderful design templates for any type of style that you can imagine, and they're all clean, professional, and really easy to use. Now, if you're a photographer like I am and you are always on the go, updating your website tends to be the thing you put on the back burner. Well, with Squarespace's app, you can upload new photos to your website right from your mobile device, making sure that your photography work that is showcased is up to date at all times. Now, Squarespace isn't just about building a website. Yeah, it does that, and it's great. It also goes one step further into the workflow management of your business, including sending invoices, calendar scheduling, accepting payments, you name it, Squarespace probably does it. Now, if you head to the link in the description below, you're going to get an extra 10% off. So make sure you take advantage of that. Try out Squarespace and see how easy it is to create a website, manage it, throw anything you want on there, and showcase your business as best as it can be. Now back to the video. All right, here we are in a classic situation where we have a little bit of shade and your client really wants that beautiful view of the background, but that causes them to be all spotty. So this is a perfect situation in which off-camera flash is going to save your life. Now, we are fighting the sun in this situation because the brightness of the background. So this light has to be fairly close to my subjects. We're going to go about here. I'm pretty much going to point it directly at them, maybe a little bit higher. Okay, right about there. That should work. I'm going to go a little closer. We'll try right there. All right. So I'm gonna go ahead and lower my shutter speed to 200. That's my camera's sync speed. But in order to make sure that I have a good exposure on my background, I need to raise my aperture. I think, let's give it a try at 5.6. Am I blowing it out? Yep, that's pretty good. All right, so it's still at 10 power right now. Let's try this. Ready? Well, let's go up. 1, 2, 3. Nobody has any spotty anything on them. In fact, I've got some leeway. I'm actually overexposing them a little bit. So what I'm gonna do is I could lower my light, but instead, because I still want more detail in that sky and some of it's blowing out, I'm gonna just go up to 6.3 and see what we got. 1, 2, 3. Good. And now I have even light on them. Now, is this the style of photograph I love? No, honestly, it's not. But we can help ourselves just a little bit, changing this up. I don't love it because mostly the line, the railing, is a little bit too prominent for me, and everything is really in focus in the back. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna move them away from the railing so you guys can come all the way up to here. The light is gonna move the same distance with them. Now this is a little bit better for me. Couple of reasons. One, I'm not gonna be able to see that railing so much. Two, I've got something else happening in my sky instead of just the blue. I'm gonna create more of a shallow depth of field look. I think you're good. I gotta go back. Let's just see if I can go back into high-speed sync now that I've put them more in the shade and I'm not fighting that blotchiness so much. Let's go to 800 and f2.2. Let's see. Yeah, now this is looking a little bit more my style. I'm just gonna back up a little bit as I don't like the branches that are kind of coming out of their heads. Get a better frame. All right, go ahead and just look at each other, guys. Ladies. Cute, and then look at someone else. Nice. Now that's a better frame. I am blowing out the background a little bit, so let's go up on my shutter speed. Keep looking at each other. There we go. Now I got the blue. Good, keep looking. Nice. Awesome. So that's a good medium spot for me right there. I have a bit of my background. I've got them exposed. I could zhuzh it in post, and I've got a depth of field that I like better. All right, last one we're gonna do, full sun. Ugh, let's go. This is our last spot. We're gonna do it as fast as humanly possible because it is so bright, it's awful. So if you're in stark sun like this, you have nowhere to hide, no shade, no nothing, here are two options. One option, I'm gonna have all you guys go right there, just put them in totally flat light, right? So there's no shadows you have to worry about. They're just in flat light. So everyone just look at each other. Perfect. And then do me a favor, everybody turn that way, grab the hand of the person behind you, and you're, when I say 3, gonna walk along the side of the fence. Good, 1, 2, 3, good. Look at each other while you walk, then look in front of you. Cute, look back, behind you, nice, perfect. All right, so just some options that you can do in that awful sun. Option number 2, you guys are gonna go right there. We gotta use a little bit of fill flash. So we're gonna get our light. That's gonna go there, nice and close to them. And I'm gonna come back, that is at full power. I'm at 200th of a second. I'm gonna go to 7 because I can. Good, and now we've got even light on everyone. So I'm just trying to get to high speed sync so I can get a shallow depth of field. Everyone scooch that way slightly, good, get together. Go this way. Awesome, and everyone look at each other. Cute, there we go. All right, so that is a bunch of different scenarios, natural light, not natural light, and we let everybody hide in the shade. If you're watching here on YouTube, make sure you hit subscribe, ring the bell, and I will see you next time.